Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Evelyn, and in today's recipe I'm going to be showing you how I make my beef and liver stew. And yes, I know so many of you are not big fans of animal liver, but animal organs like the liver offers some of the densest sources of nutrients like the B vitamins, vitamins A, D, E and K, iron, phosphorus, copper and magnesium. That being said, let's dive into today's recipe. Now I'm going to start with my liver. If you don't like the strong metallic taste of beef liver, just soak it in lemon juice or milk for a couple of hours before cooking. I'm going to add some water and some salt, then I'll stir, cover and let it cook. At this point, it has started boiling. I'm just going to stir and leave the lid slightly open so that the stock doesn't spill over. And I'm going to cook for another 5 more minutes before scooping them out. Now this, after about 5 minutes, I'm just going to give it a good stir. Then I'll scoop them out and set them aside. Then we'll go over to cooking our beef. Now in a clean pot, I'm just going to pour my beef. Next, I'll be adding some chopped onions, minced garlic and ginger, some curry powder, some dried thyme, some seasoning cubes, and lastly some salt. Then I'm just going to cover and allow my beef release its own juices before adding some water. At this point, it has been cooking in its own juices for a couple of minutes. I'm just going to give it a good mix to make sure everything is perfectly incorporated. Then I'll add some water. Once I've added some water, I'm just going to cook my beef until it is nice, soft and tender. About halfway through the cooking, I'm just going to stir and I'll taste for salt. Now at this point, you can add some more salt if you need to. Now that my beef is perfectly cooked, I'm just going to bring them out of the pot and transfer them into a clean bowl. Now if you're still watching, thanks a lot. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already done that, and also subscribe to my channel for more recipes. I would really appreciate it. Next, I'm going to be frying my beef, and I'll start by adding some oil into my pan. Now frying is actually optional, but it adds some depth of flavor to the oil you are going to be using to cook your stew. I'm also going to be adding some onions for extra flavor, and once my oil is hot enough, I'll go in with my beef, and I'm going to be frying until my beef is brown on both sides. At this point, I'm just flipping them over to make sure that they are perfectly fried on both sides. And once my beef has fried to my satisfaction, I'm going to remove them from the oil and set them aside. In goes my liver. I just want to brown them a little bit. Now this step is actually optional, but I think it adds a really nice flavor to your liver. And if you're someone that doesn't like liver, You can try this step and you'll thank me later. So I'm just going to let them fry for a bit, flip them over, let the other side fry, scoop them out of the hot oil and set them aside. Now I'm just adding the same oil I used to fry my beef and liver. I just allowed it cool down to let all the particles settle. So I've just added some chopped onions, minced garlic and ginger, and I'll stir and I'll fry this for about a minute. Then I'll add some curry powder. I always like to do this because it makes your stew smell and taste so nice. Now once that has been frying for a minute or two, I'll be adding some tomato paste, and you can use any brand of tomato paste that you like. Next thing I'll be doing is to scoop my tomato paste into my pan, and once I've done that, I'm going to fry my paste until it caramelizes, going from a bright red to a deeper red to intensify the flavors even more. Next, I'll be going in with my tomato and pepper mix, and this is just a combination of some tomatoes, bell peppers, scotch bonnet peppers, onions, garlic and ginger, which have been blended and cooked to remove the excess water. I'm just going to fry on medium heat for about 15 minutes while stirring occasionally to prevent it from burning. After about 15 minutes, I'll sieve in my meat stock. Now this step is so important to separate the stock from the particles, because as you can see, there are a lot of particles. You can also sieve this in a separate bowl or sieve it right into your stew just like I'm doing, but you have to be extra careful so it doesn't spill into your stew. Next, I'll stir in my beef stock and then I'll go ahead to add my spices. I'll start by adding some curry powder, some dried thyme, some seasoning cubes and some salt. Now make sure you're careful with the salt, because remember your beef stock already contains salt. I'm just going to stir and cook for about 10 minutes on medium to low heat, or until your stew has thickened to your preference. And last but not least, I'm going to be adding my fried beef and liver, and then I'm going to stir everything in. Then I'll leave it to simmer on low heat for about 5 minutes, and after that your beef and liver stew is ready to be served. Now this is a great way to enjoy your liver, and you can serve this stew with some white rice, some plantain, yam, potato, pasta, or anything that needs some kind of tomato sauce. Thanks a lot for watching to this point. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe like I enjoyed sharing it with you guys. If you did, let me know by hitting the like button and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done that. Now you can also check out some of my other recipes on my channel. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye guys.